streaming. Alright, it's starting. And we're live on YouTube.
Oh.
Alright, it's starting. And live on YouTube. Alright, I raised the desktop audio a bit. Alright, I raised the desktop audio a bit. Actually, maybe I should put it on max. Maybe? I don't know. Actually, maybe I should put it on max. Maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna go in the chat and ask them if they can hear me. I'm gonna go in the chat and ask them if they can hear me. Alright, I'll just start talking so that you'll have something to work off of, the one person that's watching our stream. Alright, I'll just start talking so that you'll have something to work off of, the one person that's watching our stream. Alright, I'll just start talking so that... Oh no. Is there an echo in the audio? Oh, no.
I know the last live stream had some echo.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that.
I know the last live stream had some echo.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. OBS. This configuration. Oh, I think I might know. Maybe if I mute the audio on the dashboard. Because it's recording the desktop audio, that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna play the third level. Wait, what time is it?
6:56.
Alright, it's close to pretty much what I said. And Andre just sent me a text saying we might have to switch over to FaceTime.
Ooh.
Maybe we could do that when we're doing Orda. I'll let him know. Alright, here we go. So, just to introduce our special guest today for my birthday stream, here's Matt, a friend from New York, a friend that I met in New York during 2016 during the summer program.
Hi! I don't know if they could hear me, so I have to be loud.
I think the Skype volume might be alright. Okay. And I'm crashing into everything. I need to get good.
Get good, kid.
One thing I mentioned to Andre was I was thinking of maybe playing Sonic Mania if I still had time and everything. Because right now I only planned on doing Panzer Dragoon Orda and Zwei, but I kind of wanted to keep the Panzer Dragoon motif. I have discs burnt for Saga, thanks to getting a Pseudo Saturn, but I don't want to start that just yet because that's going to take like forever probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's an RPG. I know people say it's short, but even then...
It's an RPG.
Yep. Oh, we have 2 people watching.
Hi. How does it feel to be famous? You have more than one person watching your stream.
Glorious. Absolutely glorious.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful feeling.
Yes. Yay, I killed the caterpillar.
Woo!
And there's another one.
Hungry.
Crap. I already mentioned on my tweet or message on Facebook and Instagram as well, but Panzer Dragoon is my second favorite Sega franchise behind Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm pretty sure Sonic is the only Sega franchise I've played.
You ever played Crazy Taxi?
No, believe it or not.
Phantasy Star?
No.
Knights.
Oh wait, I have played like a few minutes of Night Stadium Dreams.
Ah. I mean, I can't. I don't know if I can completely go like that because I haven't played Journey of Dreams. But at the same time, I keep getting the feeling that even then the original would be a better experience.
I wouldn't be shocked if it is, because that's what I hear is the common consensus.
There's something behind me, isn't there? Oh God! I wasn't paying attention.
There's just a wall behind you. Oh, I can't see the game on screen. Whoops.
Not unless you watch the stream.
Oh yeah, that's true. Can't watch what I'm in though. That's so egotistical. Then again, I am kind of egotistical, so that's kind of me.
I always figured that most people including myself, have egos. We just try to be humble because people don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times where I'm always talking about myself, and then I'm like, I feel like I'm talking about myself too much. How about you?
Yeah. What about you? What's your life like?
It's like, well, oh, that's great.
Well, okay, back to me. That's me. Oh my god, I'm amazing. So how was your day? It was good. Okay, back to me.
I should use my Berserk right now. That'll save my life because I am nearly dead.
Berserk.
And this guy is down.
Woo!
You know, one advantage of the older PS2 models. I don't know if this is in the PS2 on the PS2 Slim, but I got a digital optical cable. Now I can. Oh, sorry.
I wouldn't know either because the PS2 that I have is also a fat model.
Oh God.
I actually found my PS2 one by complete accident.
By complete accident?
Because what happened was, after we had first gotten the PS2 with the fat, but then my dad got us the slim model, and then I guess he got rid of the slim after we got the PS3. But one night I was down here in the basement just looking for something in that closet over there, and I looked up and I was like, what the hell is that in that basket right there? And it was the PS2 fat that I guess we had never gotten rid of. And we were just like I showed it to my brother and I was like, look what I just found. It was our old PS2. And then we like hooked it up and it worked perfectly and everything. I was like, oh my god, that's incredible.
Did you guys, like, when you got the PS3, did you get the fat PS3 or did you get the slim one?
The fat, because we got it when it first
came out. Oh, lucky you. I remember back in 2006, because of the fact that Sonic was a big franchise in both of my brother and I when it came to video games. We were hyped for Sonic 2006, and the funny thing is that the both...
You brought up the bad thing. That's sacrilege, Sean. Why must you do this?
Because it's a part of a joke.
Okay, we'll continue with your sacrilege and your Sonic 06.
The funny thing is that my brother and I wanted Sonic 06, but we wanted it on completely different systems. Alex wanted the PlayStation 3. I wanted an Xbox 360 for some reason, and that year we got neither. We got the Wii instead.
Fun fact, my brother got all of the achievements on Sonic 06 on the 360.
Why?
He had nothing else better to do, I guess. But actually, I've been through a lot of PS3s in my life, because the fat PS3s always had the yellow light of death.
Oh.
So I've gone through 3 fats, because all of them got yellow light of death. Eventually, after the last one conked out, by that point the PS4 was out and we couldn't just send the PS3 back to Sony to like fix it. So what we did instead was we just bought a Slim because the Slims don't have that defect.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
My brother has a fat, and that's only because my mom's friend, Miss Denise, her son originally had the fat, and I think he didn't want it anymore, or he was giving it away, and Miss Denise ended up wondering if Alex and I were interested in it, which is why the PS3 Slim that we had originally had is now mine, and the fat is Alex's.
Actually... Oh, sorry.
No, it's alright.
Like I said, by the time our last fat PS3 gave out, it was around like Christmas of 2014. So we just bought a slim one from GameStop. And then I think like a year or two later, my brother's coworker didn't want his PS3 anymore. So my brother just bought it off of him. And now we both have our own separate PS3s.
I was a little bit jealous that my brother got the fat, because I know that was probably the one that had backwards compatibility with the PlayStation 2. And they just completely got rid of that on the Slim model.
Yeah, I know that because all 3 fat models that I had all were completely backwards compatible with all PlayStation discs.
I remember from a video that Adam Korlick made about the PlayStation 3 that originally the PlayStation 3, in order to achieve its backwards compatibility, it had its own Emotion Engine CPU inside it. Like the one that's the Emotion Engine, I think GPU or CPU that the PlayStation 2 has, the original PS3 models had that inside the hardware, and in order to save costs, they decided to use emulation for later models. I'm legit curious on whether my brother has one that has emulation or the actual Emotion Engine inside it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm not that technical. I just know it was actually kind of funny because we were playing on our Slim, which didn't have PS2 backwards compatibility, but I put a PS1 disc in there.
Oh, it runs PS1 games fine.
Yeah. We were kind of shocked because at first we were just like right before it started, my brother was like, "Wait, this is a PS3 Slim," and then I was like, "Wait a minute, what?" And then the game started and it was playing all fine, and we were just like, "Huh." So they took out the PS2 backwards compatibility, but PS1 discs are just fine.
It's not like the Wii Mini where they got rid of everything people wanted.
Oh dear God. What even was the Wii Mini? Like, what business did it have? What purpose did it serve?
I thought it was a Canadian exclusive, but from what I've heard and seen of it, it just seems so pointless. It's probably the most budget Wii you will ever get.
Because I feel like I've seen one in a store before.
Maybe. I just thought it was a Canadian exclusive at first.
Let me check. Because I swore I saw one in a store once and was even asking, like, what the hell is the point?
And I died.
Oh.
I'm not giving up.
You got this!
You got this, Sonic.
Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
You ever heard of the web animation A Fox in Space?
No, I haven't.
It's amazing. It's kind of like, some people compare it to like Star Fox meets Venture Brothers or Cowboy Bebop. It's kind of like this slow sort of 70s style Adult Swim type web series with Star Fox characters. It only has one episode right now, and episode 2 is on the way, or it's been on the way for like maybe a year or so now, but from what I've watched, it's awesome.
I might check it out. But yeah, I was just looking, and the Wii Mini wasn't Canadian exclusive. It was launched in the US.
Oh. And maybe it was released in Canada first?
Let me see. Canada, December 7th, 2012. US, November 17th, 2013. So yeah, it was Canada first.
All those poor Canadians. I mean, it's just that the Wii Mini seems so pointless because, like...
It was released when the Wii U was coming out.
And it was,
It's like Nintendo didn't even want to sell their new system. I know they dropped the ball in the Wii U marketing as a whole, but it's like they didn't even want to sell the damn thing.
I think my brother bought the Wii U at launch with his own money. I remember he got the 32-bit model, the 32 gigabyte model with Nintendo Land.
Yeah, I got mine not necessarily at launch, but like Christmas launch, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it was the 32 gig model with Nintendo Land.
I still think the Wii U was... it's like... Funny enough, the Wii U is like the Sega Saturn of this generation.
To an extent, yeah.
Like, it was poorly marketed, but the games were actually pretty cool, and it's probably going to get harder to find them since the console sold so little units. I mean, at least compared to other Nintendo consoles. The only console that probably sold worse than it is probably the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, the Virtual Boy. And I remember it was kind of like with the Wii U, it was kind of like a celebration when it finally passed the Dreamcast in sales.
Oh.
But like I enjoy quite a few of the games on my Wii U because like the first party games are really good.
Yeah.
It's a system that has a lot of flaws.
Yeah. We're finally getting comments. My friend Nate is in the comments and he says, but unlike the Sega Saturn, Nintendo isn't threatening to beat up anyone by the power of real gaming.
No, I don't think they're threatening to beat anyone up. I don't think Nintendo is... I think if Nintendo came up to someone on the playground and wanted to fight, everyone would laugh.
I think he's referring to Sagata Sanshiro.
Oh. Because I was just going to say, I know that Nintendo, like, they literally do not care what anyone else is doing.
Except when they make a fan game, then they try to take that down.
Yeah, yeah. But it's even funny because, IGN did an article, because, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 was, like, delayed to October or something like that. And they did an article on how every, like, third-party company and every big company, how would it affect them? Like, EA, DEF CON emergency, or Activision should not be affected, blah, blah, blah. They got to Nintendo, and they literally just put, Nintendo don't give a fuck!
Oh my god, I just realized, it's literally like the Dreamcast when it comes to EA, because I don't even think EA supported the Wii U. Did they?
Like, at launch, they made like 1 or 2 sports games for the system. That was it.
But really, who cares about EA?
I mean, I get happy to see them support it, because then I'm like, okay, cool, at least the Nintendo system is getting third-party support, because that's been a problem for years.
Yeah.
But I think I even heard that, like, on the Wii U, part of the reason they didn't support it was because Nintendo didn't want to use EA's Origin on the Wii U or something like that, like the Origin access system or something like that, and then EA got kind of salty.
That sounds like EA.
But yeah, I had to agree when they said, like, how would Red Dead Redemption 2's delay affect other companies? Nintendo isn't going to give a fuck. For all we know, this rumored Smash Brothers game for the Switch will probably come out on the same day as Red Dead 2, because Nintendo literally marches to the beat of their own drum.
Remember that exclusivity deal that Sega did with Nintendo for the Wii U?
Yeah, for 3 Sonic games?
Yeah. I mean, Lost World was probably the best thing that came out of it. The Winter Olympics game was yet another Winter Olympics game, and then there was the you-know-what.
The sacrilege.
Don't
say it.
Well, to be fair, I ironically like it more than Sonic 06.
I mean, 0 times anything is still 0. And I kind of do like it better than 06 as well, but again, that's like comparing, that's like saying, is it better than 06? Well, if you mean one is offensively bad and the other is just
inoffensively bad,
then yeah. Although I wouldn't really say Sonic Boom is inoffensively bad, but considering that there was no expectation for it whatsoever, I guess you can use the terminology inoffensively bad.
I don't think anyone knew how to react to it.
Yeah, I mean, it was made to help promote the TV show to an extent.
Well, there's a whole ton of development notes, or there's a whole ton of findings about the game's development that it wasn't supposed to be a tie-in game. It was supposed to be its own thing called Sonic Synergy.
Yeah, and it was going to be on the PS4 and Xbox One, but they had to release it on the Wii U because Sega's exclusivity deal.
Yeah, and they gave them like less than a year. Actually, I think they gave them like maybe 6 months to port it. And
I don't remember exactly what it was, but they gave them like so little time, and it was like, it was just really bad.
I blame Sega more on Sonic Boom than Big Red Button. Even if the game turned out to be, say, mediocre, I don't know. It's just, I blame Sega more in this situation because it sounds like that a lot of the stuff that went wrong with the game was just Sega giving them unrealistic deeds and having unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I still think that, like, you know, if it did, you know, not get treated poorly, it probably still could have been, like, at best just whatever. I still wouldn't have had much expectation for it, but it wouldn't have been as broken.
Yeah. I remember a video from Blaze Hedgehog, Better Late Than Ever for Rise of Lyric, and he compared the two games, Sonic 06 and Rise of Lyric, and he felt that Sonic Boom was broken, but not... no, Sonic Boom was buggy, but not broken, while Sonic 06 was broken.
Yeah, Sonic 06 was straight up broken. Boom was extremely buggy and kind of silly, but you could still play it.
There were still some things I liked about Rise of Lyric.
Like I said, I like it better than 06.
Oh, Nate mentioned there was one time where we played Sonic Forces, and Nate just glitched through the level.
You know, there's actually, I saw a video. It was funny, I saw a video on Facebook where someone actually, they were playing Sonic Forces and they got through a whole level without touching the controller or the keyboard or anything. They were literally like making a sandwich and eating it while the game was going on because the level was just playing itself.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh wait, no, are you talking about Sans Procrastination's video on it? And Ellie made a joke about making a sandwich during the double boost sequence.
I don't know, I just remember seeing someone share a video where someone was like just literally not playing the game whatsoever, but the level was still moving forward, and the guy was like eating a sandwich while he was playing.
I just remember Sans Procrastination's video. He was making a sandwich while the double boost sequence in Arsenal Pyramid happened, and that's just... When it comes to Forces, it's not a bad game, but it's a really disappointing one, and I think it's downright embarrassing that the fans made a better Sonic game up from last year than industry professionals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably one of the few defenders of Forces because I actually enjoy the game, but I see the problems with it. Because I literally was like, who gave the script for this thing to their 5-year-old child and told them to write something? Or, if not a 5-year-old child, who went onto fanfiction.net and just grabbed the nearest Sonic plot that they could?
None of this is good, Vector. That's why it's called war.
I was like, it was literally just blatant fan service. Like, for no reason other than just to have fan service.
I thought the story was bad because it was just tonally confused. Like, you had these moments where they have indications that Sonic is dead, that they lose a lot of their forces, and they're supposedly dead. You had the Phantom movie, which is, when you really think about it, and the way Infinite uses it is terrifying, in which it creates illusions that are so real that your body reacts to it as if it is real. And then you have these moments where it's kind of like trying to be like Colors and Generations in Lost World again, where they're really jokey and everything, and it's just so baffling. And the rest of it is just kind of too mediocre to say anything else about.
Yeah. I was just noting the whole... Even my brother and I, the whole time, were just making jokes. Like, whenever, like Silver would show up, or, like, Classic Sonic, we were just like, what is this fan-fiction-ass story?
Remember Silver's line? Despair is a luxury that we don't have?
I actually don't. To be honest, I kind of skipped through the cutscenes because I stopped engaging in the frickin' fanfiction story.
I watched the cutscenes online before the game came out because I was curious, and I was so disappointed.
I pity you.
I don't want Shakespeare, but I want better Sonic stories.
Yeah, I don't expect Shakespeare in any Sonic story, but like...
Adventure 1 and 2 were good, and Unleashed and Black Knight.
Yeah, even though I have some very controversial opinions, apparently, on Sonic Adventure 2, I still admit that at least the story had some pretty, like at least it tried to be emotional.
Wait, what kind of controversial opinions?
One of my friends in school kind of hates me because of the fact that on my Metacritic, where I review video games, I gave Sonic Adventure 2 a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't blame you for giving it a 6. Sonic and Shadow stages are the best part. The mech stages are okay, and the treasure hunting stages are kind of bad. Some Johnny pointed out best, in which the radar was completely nerfed.
Yeah, honestly, I've only seen like some Comey Johnny's review because my brother and I love SGB and some Comey Johnny, but I've only seen some of his review. And I remember when I was like younger, and I saw him say, like, you know, as he goes back to Sonic Adventure 2, he realizes that he doesn't like it as much. Me being me as a kid, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what? How? But having actually finally played through the game myself and beaten it, I'm like, I see what you're talking about. I feel like I just have ultra controversial opinions about the Sonic series, because I gave that a 6, but I gave Forces a 7 and Lost World an 8.
I thought Forces was a good game, not amazing, but a good experiment. And I'd love to see them expand on that, because that's kind of closer to the adventure style than what we've gotten over the years.
I think it would have been even better if they literally just stuck with 3D Sonic gameplay and then the create a character. There was no need for 2D Sonic whatsoever.
Yeah, classic Sonic, aside from the fact that Sonic Mania had come out that year, aside from the fact that Sonic Mania had come out that year, it's also the fact that classic Sonic just played still terribly in Forces.
Yeah, he played bad, he had no purpose in the story. Again, it drives home my point of he was there for shameless fan service.
Yeah.
He was there because it was an anniversary title and they just wanted to throw in as many classic characters as possible. It was funny though, because my friend did legit like freak out when I mentioned that I gave Sonic Adventure 2 a 6 out of 10.
What?
Like, is this like a what?
You know, one time when I saw when I first saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in theaters, it was during the weekend, and when I came back to school and I mentioned that I saw it in theaters, they were two of my friends were like, "Oh, how was it?" And I was like, "It was fine, I guess," or "I was disappointed," and they're like, "What?"
What?
I was like, I enjoyed myself in the theater, but when I came out, I was like, somehow I feel like I'm so underwhelmed, and I didn't want to feel that way, and I didn't want to say that, because literally, not only did that one particular time that my mom and Mr. Tony bought the tickets, they also were perfectly fine with me going up the extra mile and seeing that in like AMC Prime.
Ooh. Wait, what's AMC Prime? Is that like the Regal RPX?
It's kind of like AMC's version of that, and it has like Dolby. It's supposed to have Dolby Atmos. The theater seats are supposed to, I think, maybe move a little. I'm not entirely sure. The one in Marlton, I think it was still under construction a bit, so it was a bit underwhelming. It's not like the one in New York.
Mm-hmm.
What is firing at me?
It's actually so rare that I go to movie theaters anymore. A lot of times when I watch a movie, I watch it at home from my Dragon Box. But I did obviously go to the theater to see Black Panther.
I try to go to the movies as much as I can. I love the movie theater experience, but yeah, I can see why.
I love the experience, but it's just that like my parents and I, we kind of are just like, well, if we have a Dragon Box where we can watch any movie that's in theaters from our couch, what's the point in going out and spending money to see the movie when we could just see it at home for free? The only time that we would disagree on that is if there's bad quality streams.
Yeah.
But I went to see Black Panther in theaters, which, by the way, never show up late to a movie that's going to have a huge weekend in the box office.
That's what happened to me when it came to Dunkirk. I mean, we had reserved seats, but at the same time, we came in when the movie started. I missed. Excuse me. Yeah, it's like I missed part. Not only did I miss part of the opening sequence, but it was also the fact that I was just like, "Pardon me, excuse me, I'm sorry, I need to get to my seat."
Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, what happened with us is that I went with my friend. And, of course, when you go with your friend to a movie, you and the friend are going to want to sit next to each other. However, because we got there a little late, and we both had to go to the bathroom, and my friend needed to get the closed captions device, all the seats, like, were taken up, and if we wanted to get consecutive seats where we could sit next to each other, we literally had to sit in that very, very front row that's directly in front of the screen.
Oh god. My brother and I remember when we saw Moana and we nearly sat at the front row. Like, we sat very close to the front. I think we might have either sat at the front row or the row behind the front row, but it was very close. And that was because of how packed it was.
Yeah, for us it was like, in the specific theater, there were like 3 rows, like here, and then the rest of the seats all the way over here. And we had to sit in like the second row in that very front section. So we were literally directly in front of the screen. Actually, during the beginning of Black Panther, the way that the camera moves and the fact that I was in front of the screen was so weird that I felt like I was on a ride. I literally felt like I was about to get like motion sickness or something. I was like, oh, oh.
Oh, so it's like one of those rides in the it's like one of those virtual rides in the arcades.
Kind of like that. That's how it felt for me. I wasn't even moving, but I was so close to the screen, and the camera was moving around so much that I was just like, oh, oh. Fortunately, it calmed down after that intro sequence. But at the same time, I was just like, oh my god, never doing this again. Always, forever, and ever now, going to show up to the movie theater an hour early.
An hour. We usually go like a half an hour early.
Well, yeah, we're usually early, but for us it was like really weird because like SEPTA was doing some weird shit, and then like I said, we got there and we both had to go to the bathroom, and we had to get the closed captions device because my friend they needed it. And it was just like really crazy. I was still able to perfectly enjoy the film, but it was just like I never want to sit in that section ever again. Though I have to admit, as little as I go to a movie theater, obviously I want to try to change that. I actually really want to see A Wrinkle in Time.
Really? You're the first person that I heard who actually says they want to see A Wrinkle in Time. Like, whenever I keep seeing reactions, it always seems so indifferent.
I mean, I didn't really know much about the movie, and I still kind of don't. But just recently I finally saw like a few commercials for it, and I was like, that looks cool. I want to check it out.
Well, for my non-Isle of Dogs movie of the month, I ironically kind of want to see Tomb Raider.
The non-Isle of Dogs movie of the month. I am with that 100%.
Because like because like when it comes to you, me, and a whole bunch of our other friends, because like I have a bunch of other friends, including and my brother, we're all like really excited for the Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, I don't even regularly watch a lot of Wes Anderson films, but I love Fantastic Mr. Fox. That is an amazing movie. Oh. And again, I saw the trailers for this and I was like, sold. It's a stop-motion animated film that's PG-13 by the director of Fantastic Mr. Fox about dogs.
Did you see the clip about them fighting over the trash?
Yeah, I think that's the clip that I shared on my Facebook when I basically said like, well, I'm sold.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, I died again. I saw that clip through why Your Movie Sucks' Twitter account.
Yeah, I think I saw it through like the Rotten Tomatoes Facebook account or something. Because I saw the first trailer. It was one of the few ads that I didn't skip on a YouTube video.
I saw the trailer when I saw Black Panther. And
I showed up late, so I don't know if there was a trailer showing.
My brother,
when I saw Black Panther, the only trailers that we saw were like Ready Player One, and then like Han Solo.
You got Ready Player One. We didn't. Did you like when we saw Black Panther? We got the Venom trailer. Oh,
you got the better trailer, you said?
The Venom trailer.
Oh.
And I go to Alex, like, okay, Alex, this trailer they're playing right now, it's for the Venom movie. Can you tell that this is a movie about Venom? He said no in the end, but at the same time, he also said, I don't know much about the character anyway. I'm like,
I don't either, but I'm just like, yeah, that was not a Venom trailer. That was a Tom Hardy going, ah, trailer.
That was Jason Bourne. That was a Jason Bourne knockoff of Tom Hardy.
Wait, yeah. I haven't even seen a Bourne movie. Well, I've seen like snippets of like one of them. But just from like the trailers, I'm like, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
And you know that rhythmic sound with the laboratory, the laboratory alarm? I just say rhythmic because it sounds like it's going in sort of a melody, like what? I guess it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer and I was just like, what? It's not even like I was like, I hated it or anything like that. I literally just was like, what?
What is this?
Exactly. I'm honestly just a little sad because I feel like I'm probably the only one in my house that actually wants to see Isle of Dogs.
Aw.
Because
oh, sorry.
My dad, he saw Fantastic Mr. Fox with me, and maybe it was too artsy-fartsy for him, but he was like, ugh.
What's so artsy-fartsy about Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I don't know. He doesn't regularly watch Wes Anderson movies. I don't know. Maybe he didn't get it. I don't know.
Like, I haven't watched it in a while, but I watched a clip or so just recently, and I'm like, And remembering that, I'm like, how is that artsy-fartsy? Like, it's not your typical animated film, but it's not artsy-fartsy.
I don't know. My dad usually doesn't watch those kind of movies, I guess. I don't really know, but he didn't like it. So obviously he's not going to go with me to see Isle of Dogs.
My mom's
I don't know if my mom will. And I don't know if my brother will.
My mom's not. My mom wasn't really too enthused about Isle of Dogs either. But Mr. Tony was. He says he wants to go see that with us.
I actually somewhere on here on my phone I actually have Fantastic Mr. Fox because back when I used to buy Blu-rays all the time, I had the digital copies. So I would redeem the digital copies. So actually, let me see, because I just hit the app to open it.
I use Vudu for digital copies.
I generally don't use digital copies anymore. It's just that back in the day, I used to be a big Blu-ray collector. So when I had digital copies, I was like, let me redeem them.
Yeah, I usually go for the Blu-rays themselves, and I usually prefer physical media. I use digital copies as like a backup, or just in case I want to watch a movie when I'm traveling, which doesn't happen very often.
I couldn't watch a movie while I'm traveling because I would get sick in the car. But yeah, I mean, you could see it on. I don't know if the people on the stream can because they can't see my camera, but just for you to see it, right there. Digital.
I see. Very vaguely. I'm trying to. I was trying to look at your screen, but at the same time, I'm still trying to beat this guy.
So I could just, because one time I was literally just like really bored, and I was just watching it on my phone. And I think like I liked it when I was a kid, but watching it again on my phone, I was like, oh my god. Now that I'm older, I feel like I appreciate this more. Like I was like, oh my god, I love this movie.
This guy is barely dead, and I'm on the verge of death. And
do it. You could do it.
Yes, Nate, I am talking on Skype. Oh yeah, that I just noticed your comment about Despicable Me 3. I should mention that. During the summer of last year, when my Pop and Mr. Tony and I saw Dunkirk on opening weekend, Alex and Nate saw Despicable Me 3. Even though, like, I kept telling them, like, maybe you guys should go see Valerian, support that on opening weekend. And
really?
Like,
okay, go on.
The thing that they did about Despicable Me 3, aside from the fact that they thought the movie was fine, was they made original characters out of Gru and Drew, which basically just consisted of changing the names of Gru and Drew.
To... what did they change them to?
I don't remember any examples, but Alex is down here with me. Alex! What were some of the original characters that you and Nate made with Despicable Me 3? Huh? What'd you say? He doesn't remember.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Never mind. I thought Nate listed some on the chat. Also, he told me to add him onto Skype. I probably will, Nate, when I'm done, maybe when I beat this last level. Because
I actually still haven't seen Despicable Me 3, to be honest.
You're not really missing anything.
I'm probably going to check it out just to have an opinion on it, but I haven't seen it yet. $20, it'll be on Netflix sometime in the next few months, so I'll be able to see it, because Netflix is a haven for recent animated films.
I didn't know Captain Underpants was on there. Like, I was going on there to watch Voltron Legendary Defender. I noticed, oh, the Emoji Movie's on here, but I'm like, oh, Captain Underpants is on here?
Yeah, I know the Emoji Movie's on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw Captain Underpants on there. I didn't watch it on there because I saw it in theaters.
I had the Blu-ray.
And I am still only on Season 1. Well, I just finished Season 1 of Voltron.
You're in for a treat, my friend.
Isabel's really getting on me about it. She's like, why have you not gone further? They just came out with season 5. You have to watch it. I'm like, Isabel, chill. I'll watch it.
I still haven't watched. There's still a number of Netflix series I wanted to watch, like Daredevil, Stranger Things, more.
Watch Stranger Things. I am telling you, watch Stranger Things. I'm obviously gonna fanboy out because I love the show, but yes, watch it.
Well, it does have an 80s Spielberg type vibe from what I hear.
It was actually funny because Isabel got me into that too. Isabel has been doing a really good job of getting me into shit.
I want to see if I can watch more of BoJack, but at the same time, I feel like I have to watch that when I'm in a certain mood, and even then, I can only watch like 1 or 2 episodes. Some of the hard stuff, some of the harsh realities that are portrayed in that show, they hit hard. I love it, but at the same time, it also just makes me want to take a break and watch something else.
Yeah, it was funny because Isabel was telling me all about Stranger Things, and I was like, I've never seen it. I don't watch much TV, and she was just like, watch it. And then she was basically doing what I'm doing to you now, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I saw it, fell in love, and then she told me to listen to the Greatest Showman soundtrack, which I did, and I loved. So then I jokingly was like, oh, you're 2 for 2 now. You seem to be getting me into all this shit. What next? And then she said, watch Voltron. So that's why I'm watching Voltron now, because Isabel told me to.
I listened to some of the Greatest Showman soundtrack. It's pretty good. Really, the only 2 songs I kind of like, or really love out of it so far, are Come Alive and The Greatest Show.
My 2 are The Greatest Show and Rewrite the Stars.
Hugh Jackman's a great singer, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I think he did performances on Broadway shows.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I've known he's a great singer because he was in Les Miserables back in 2012.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's how it's pronounced. It's not Les Miserables, it's... I hear people say that. I hear people say that, and it gets me angry. Because I'm a stickler for trying my best to pronounce things correctly, especially if it's like a different language. Like, I really want to learn how to pronounce things correctly. So, I learned that it's Les Miserables.
Les Miserables. I'll keep that in mind next.
I always try to I always try to say it like Les Miserables, like that. It's always fun. That's kind of like, 2017 there were a lot more really big Spanish songs that were starting to like move up there. Yeah. So I would always try to pronounce them with a little bit of flair, like in a legitimate Spanish accent.
Oh, did you know Remember Me won Best Original Song from the Oscars?
Yeah, my mom was telling me about that. I didn't really watch the Oscars, but I did hear that, and I was happy about it.
I didn't watch the Oscars. I was pissed off at the Best Animated Feature nominees. I was happy that Coco being nominated was a given. I'm happy that it was a given, and it was a given that it was going to win, because even if it wasn't a great movie, which it was a great movie, it's Disney. It's Disney and Pixar. Like, I was happy that the Breadwinner from Cartoon Saloon was nominated, but guess what got snubbed? Like,
a lot of things.
Lego Batman got snubbed, Captain Underpants got snubbed, Your Name got snubbed, A Silent Voice got snubbed, and that pissed me off so much.
I personally, I say this, I didn't love Lego Batman as much as everyone else, and yet I'll still take that over the Boss Baby.
Same here. I didn't love Lego Batman as much as everybody else. I loved the first 2 acts, but I feel like the third one kind of dragged a bit. But I still enjoyed it, and I'm like, I still would have taken that as a Best Animated Feature nominee over Boss Baby or Ferdinand. Like, even Ferdinand, which isn't a bad film, I feel like Blue Sky has done better, especially with the Peanuts movie. And like, why nominate that?
I haven't actually seen Ferdinand yet.
It's okay. It's a cute feature for the most part, but I feel like that Blue Sky has done better movies.
I feel like I'll check it out because, like I said, Netflix is a haven for those kind of films, so it's probably going to end up on there at some point, and I'll be able to have my opinion. But even then I was literally like, wait, you nominated the Boss Baby, why not Captain Underpants instead?
Yeah, that's what I thought. If you're
Cap-
not going to nominate something like Your Name or A Silent Voice or some sort of anime movie, why not nominate Lego Batman or Captain Underpants?
Captain Underpants was actually good.
Like, I loved Captain Underpants, and that's not just because of the fact that I loved the book. I loved the book series. That was a legitimately great movie.
I honestly hardly even read the book series when I was a kid. I just liked the movie because I thought it was entertaining, and from my knowledge of the book series, it was faithful.
And it was heartfelt. It was still heartfelt.
Yeah. For a movie that's based around toilet humor, I was shocked that it wasn't, you know, just a silly flick only for kids.
Yeah. That's Nicholas Storer for you. He also wrote Storks.
I haven't seen Storks, unfortunately.
He also wrote the two Muppet movies, The Muppets and Muppets Most Wanted.
I saw the first one, which I loved. I did not see Most Wanted.
Most Wanted is good. Not as good as the first one, but I thought it was entertaining.
But it was funny because I was like, you know, I was saying how I would still take Lego Batman over Boss Baby.
Yeah.
The joke I make is like I review every movie that I watch on my Metacritic, like after I'm done watching it. Lego Batman I was underwhelmed by to an extent, but I still gave it like an 8 out of 10. I still enjoyed it. Boss Baby, I think I gave that like a 4.
I gave Boss Baby like maybe a 2 out of 5. It was not bad, but it was forgettable. Like, DreamWorks has done way better than it.
Way, way better. And again, you know, I'm not even gonna like say, oh, it sucks because it's based around toilet humor. Because Captain Underpants is a movie based around toilet humor, and that actually pulled it off and stuck the landing.
Yeah, like there's literally a meme when it came to A Silent Voice getting snubbed. Like, it's like, who will win? A movie that touches this topic about bullying and redemption, or One Baby Boy?
One Baby Boy.
My spin on the joke is, what will be nominated? An anime movie about a boy who bullies a deaf girl and regrets that decision for the rest of his life and tries to redeem himself for it? Or a movie with a talking baby voiced by Alec Baldwin?
You gotta have the boy in there, so a movie about a talking baby boy.
Voiced by Alec Baldwin. I hope he got a big fat paycheck for that.
I mean, it's getting a sequel, so he must have.
I thought it was getting a net. Oh wait, it is getting a sequel. Dear God.
Save us. Save us all.
I know Trolls is getting a sequel too, isn't it?
Trolls, The Croods, and Boss Baby are all getting sequels.
Okay, The Croods I can understand, but why Trolls and Boss Baby? It's like how Illumination is making sequels to Minions and Sing and Secret Life of Pets, even though they don't have sequel hooks.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I actually surprisingly enjoyed Secret Life of Pets. I thought I was gonna hate it, but I did enjoy it. I don't see any reason to make a sequel.
Yeah.
Unless, here's what's gonna happen. One of the dogs is gonna get taken by a crazy pet store owner who, and he's gonna meet a bunch of other new dogs and new pets. One that's going to suspiciously be like Jesse and the Prospector, and then it's gonna be up to the other dog and their friends to save him.
Oh, I have an idea. What if it's like Kershak Cowardly Dog when one of the pets gets captured and they almost get sent to the moon? Or Mars.
It could be that like that. I was just making a joke because, like, as much as I enjoyed Secret Life of Pets, I still stand by that it's Toy Story with pets. So my idea is that Secret Life of Pets 2 is going to be Toy Story 2 with pets.
And then if they make a third one, it'll be like Toy Story 3 with pets,
where they're all in an incinerator.
That would be even worse than the toys, because now the toys, like, you care about them, but they're like plastic. Meanwhile, the animals are like living, breathing creatures.
You're just like, what the fuck?
I'm going to keep going. Well, why do I just not stop?
I was saying earlier before we were talking about that I'm a huge stickler for trying my best to pronounce things correctly, and especially it helps that 2017 there were so many big Spanish songs that were charting so well.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I'm at the point where, yeah, I don't even think it's an amazing song by any stretch, but I still get annoyed when people say Despacito. Don't start with me.
Well, how is it actually pronounced?
Despacito.
Despacito. That makes more sense.
Like, I could even ask Siri, like, what's the best Justin Bieber song, and she'll say it's Despacito. But, like, a couple months ago, she would say it's Despacito. I'm gonna do it now. Let's see what she says. What is the best Justin Bieber song?
You must love yourself.
Oh, liar. Actually, no, that is a good song, but still. Let's see, because that song also has Luis Fonsi on it. Let's see, what's the best Luis Fonsi song?
You know Illumination Entertainment's gonna make the Mario movie, right?
Remix.
I have heard that. Wait. Listen.
It is Despacito featuring Justin Bieber remix.
See, she says Despacito. Which is correct, but that's the English way of saying it. That's the whitewashed version.
Despacito. Right?
Despacito. But yeah, I'm very confused as to why Illumination is making Mario as a movie.
I'm confused on why Nintendo decided to make them, what Nintendo saw in them. Like, no offense, but Illumination is very inoffensive with their films.
Yeah, I mean, like, I actually kind of enjoy Illumination's films. I don't think they're all bad. But I'm just like, do I trust them with Mario? Do I trust anyone, for that matter, with Mario as a film? No. Do I trust anyone with a video game film? No.
Is that why you didn't mention Tomb Raider at all?
I am not getting into it. I've seen a couple commercials, some trailers. Don't really care.
For some reason, I can't break away this optimism that we'll get at least one good video game movie. It's like the comic book genre. It's like, I feel like that's the only excuse I'm using, like that other people say, that it's like the comic book genre. We got a whole bunch of crappy comic book movies, and then we got X-Men, and then we got Spider-Man, and then we got the MCU, I guess.
Yeah, it was X-Men, Spider-Man.
Oh wait, no.
Batman Begins.
It was the Dark Knight trilogy.
And then the MCU.
Yeah. Every time I get to this part, I am nearly out of health.
I was actually... It made me happy because that Ratchet & Clank movie didn't do well. And it was because of that they decided they weren't going to do the Sly Cooper movie. And I was like, good, because Sly Cooper is one of my favorite video game series. Don't royally fuck it up.
We saw that, my brother and I saw that in theaters with one of our friends.
Was it good?
It wasn't awful.
I think from what I've heard, because like it actually has like a small cult following. Small.
Very small.
I think from what I've heard, it's kind of like, it's definitely faithful to the games, but to a fault. So like, you kind of have to be into the games to really care for it.
It's a sorry. Like even if even for people who really like the games, like my brother and I, we just found it really generic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you either have to be like a gigantic fan of the games, or you have to be 7.
We saw that. I think I used the time we saw Ratchet & Clank as a joke, because we saw that on the same weekend as the same weekend that Captain America: Civil War came out.
Really?
Yes, I think so.
Oh my god! Imagine how it must be to be a person who works at a movie theater, like having people buy tickets, and there's a big movie coming out, like a Captain America: Civil War, like a Black Panther, and then someone in line says, "Can I have 2 tickets for Ratchet and Clank?" Imagine how that must feel, like being behind the counter, just thinking like, "Do you see the big posters for the movie that's playing this weekend? Are you sure?"
Yeah, it's like Black Panther comes out. 1 for Early Man, please. I mean, I hear Early Man is a good movie, but I don't really think many people saw it.
One, no, because it's a stop motion movie; those never sell. And
That
2,
sucks. I remember when we saw Kubo and barely anyone was there aside from me, my brother, our friends, and one other guy.
yeah, it's a shame. Those kind of movies don't usually sell. And then on top of it, I actually heard that Early Man, even though it did get good reviews, I think I'd remembered hearing from some people that it was on the lower end of Aardman's films.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, even if they say that it's a decent film, it's not really Aardman's best, and I can kind of understand why.
So, you know, it's already not going to sell because, unfortunately, that's what happens with stop-motion movies. But then add to it with the fact that it's weaker than most of their stuff, and some people would obviously be turned away.
Yeah. When we saw Black Panther, I came across a guy that kind of helped me out at the concessions counter because I had a hard time using my Rico Crown Club rewards. Like, I was confused at how it was set up. And then I asked the guy, "You seeing Black Panther?" And he said, "No, I'm seeing Annihilation."
Strange. Well, then again, wait. You didn't see Black Panther first week, did you?
No, we saw it on the second weekend, I believe.
That's when I could kind of understand, because even with Black Panther having a huge second weekend, I could understand if people would say, "Oh, well, there's something else this weekend. Let's see that instead."
Well, yeah, but I think Annihilation came out on the second weekend as Black Panther. Like,
yeah, I think so.
I kind of wanted to see Annihilation, but I think I'll just have to wait on it then.
I don't know what it is.
The only reason I was interested in seeing it was because it was directed by Alex Garland, and that was the guy that made Ex Machina, and that was pretty good.
I actually haven't seen anything for this movie. I've heard the name, of course, but I haven't seen anything for it.
I heard good things about it, with the exception of Your Movie Sucks review, where he gave it like a 6 out of 10, I believe.
I mean, I'm not shocked, because even though I don't know the guy, when you have a name like Your Movie Sucks, I expect you to not like many movies.
I think he can be funny and entertaining, but at the same time, I guess he can be a bit pretentious.
A lot of critics are like that.
When I saw Black Panther, I thought it was fine, like good, like maybe 6 or 7 out of 10.
I mean, I hardcore loved it, and I know people disagree, but I'm just like, eh.
Really? People disagree? I mean, it seems like that a lot of people loved it.
I wrote on my Metacritic, I wrote a 10 out of 10 review for Black Panther. 0 out of 3 people have found it helpful. But then again, when you look at the reviews for Black Panther on Metacritic, a lot of the negative ones are people that, like, literally the only movie they reviewed on their profile is Black Panther. So, like, they made accounts to give it bad scores. And then, if they have any other movies they reviewed on their profile, it's Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Did you see The Last Jedi?
Yeah, that's the one, Last Jedi. I don't watch Star Wars, so I confuse the names all the time.
I don't really watch many Star Wars movies either, but I just kept hearing horrible things about The Last Jedi from fans.
I heard really mixed things, and I heard that there was like a lot of, not necessarily fights like, fist fight, but like, it seemed like it was so polarizing because all the critics were saying it was like possibly the best Star Wars movie since like The Empire Strikes Back.
And
but
there are people saying that it's one of the worst.
Yeah, there were fans that were saying it's like worse than the prequels.
I mean, some of the stuff that I heard that happens in the movie was really dumb. Like, if I
just read the spoilers.
Huh?
I just read the spoilers. After the movie came out, I knew I wasn't going to see it, so I went online and looked at the spoilers.
I'm partially referring to the scene where Finn is trying to... Okay, spoilers for The Last Jedi if anybody cares.
Everyone dies in the end.
The one where Finn is trying to sacrifice himself to stop the giant laser and then Rose crashes into him. Like, wow, that was idiotic.
I mean, I only wanted to look up who died.
You'd think Leia would die, given the fact that Carrie Fisher passed away.
And because I'm pretty sure they said that she's not going to be in Episode 9, you'd think it would be her.
Yeah, and then they decided to pull that space thing on her. Like, they call it they jokingly call it Mary Poppins or Superman. Where Leia uses the Force to get back into the ship for some reason.
Yeah, I jokingly said, like, to, like, a friend of mine, that, like, the Star Wars fan base, like, all respect to them, they're the grand, unpleasable fan base.
Really?
Kind
of. Even
of.
Sonic?
Even worse than Sonic, probably. Because I always say, like, no one hates Star Wars movies more than Star Wars fans. And I made a joke, I was like, I didn't see Last Jedi, but if I reviewed it, it wouldn't really matter what I say, because someone's gonna come at me and, like, disagree, and, like, 5 years from now, all the people hating it 5 years from now are gonna look back at it and say it's an all-time classic.
Yeah, they're gonna say, The Last Jedi was one of the greatest movies of our time. Like, didn't The Empire Strikes Back get panned back when it came out, and now people hail it as one of the best, if not the best, Star Wars film?
I'm pretty sure all the original three kind of got panned when they first came out.
Even the first one? I thought the first one was very well received when it came out.
People thought it was gonna suck. Actually, Mark Hamill said that he went to see it with... He went to, like, a movie where they were showing a Star Wars preview, and there was a heckler in the audience, like, that after the trailer said, like, the greatest space adventure ever, or, like, something like that. Someone in the audience yelled, yeah, and it's gonna be on pay-per-view a month from now. Or some snide comment like that. And
look what happened.
Yeah. So I was just like, honestly, like, there's no pleasing the Star Wars fan base. It's literally to the point where, like, when I was talking about this, we were there, I was at my friend's house, and we were playing Star Wars Battleship. Which is... No, Star Wars Battleship, like the board game Battleship.
Oh, Battle. Oh.
Literal Battleship, but with a Star Wars coat of paint.
Oh.
I said that there's probably somewhere in the world right now a Star Wars fan that is finding something to complain about with this game. Like, they use this ship instead of this, or like, there's no water in Star Wars, like, no sailing, no battleships, what is this? You know, like, I was like, someone out there is complaining about this game right now, like, hardcore. So that's...
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So Nate basically said in the comments that the easy way to get past his level is to not get hit. Gee, why didn't I think of that?
Best advice you can give to anyone playing Super Smash Brothers. Don't get hit.
The best advice I need right now is to shoot those things with the blue flaming auras around them that keep charging at me. Because they're what's taking down a lot of my health.
I actually have to go take my medicine real quick. I'll be right back.
Alright. Bye. You and your shield.
Back.
Alright. Not this time. I might actually beat this guy for once, and I seriously hope this is the end of the level. I keep getting the feeling that it's not.
I know all too well how that feels. When you're playing for a long time and you think you're at the end, but it's just like, what the hell?
It's like, no, make my suffering end.
That was actually, even though I love the game, when I was playing FIA, it's called. It's like a EA indie game, kind of. I was near the end of it, and I was just kind of wondering for a while, like, how much longer is this going for? Still an amazing game.
Speaking of EA and games that aren't like about Star Wars Battlefront and all that, you ever heard of Unravel?
I have heard of Unravel, yes. I remember that because, excuse me, I burped. The creator of that game, when he presented the game at E3, people were assholes and they kind of poked fun at him because he was like shaky and he was all nervous and awkward on the stage.
Aww.
And I was like, no, I'm not gonna make fun of that because unlike a lot of people in this frickin' industry, that's a guy who frickin' cares about the game he's making and is passionate about it. Do your fucking thing. You show your yarny on stage. I don't care if you're shaken or awkward. Public speaking, people think that apparently there's like a survey. Public speaking is the #1 fear, higher than death. More people are scared to public speak than they are to die. So, I'm like, don't make fun of him for that. Come on.
I'm not particularly surprised.
But I didn't actually play Unravel, unfortunately.
I only played the demo. I thought it was a cute game with an interesting concept.
I'm giving all this support to this guy. I'm like, oh my god, he's so great. He did all this. Oh, but I didn't play his game, though. Like, damn, I feel like an ass.
Maybe I could... Wait, okay, maybe I can switch to order now, maybe?
Mayhaps.
Alright, let's see if I can...
But yeah, FIA is basically like what Unravel was, not in terms of gameplay. It's kind of like Unravel is part of like the EA Originals thing, where they let like indie developers make games and they just publish them. So FIA is part of that.
Alright. Matt, I'm going to see if I can add Nate in the Skype call, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So first I'm going to go to Memory Manager and copy my data. No! No! Oh my god!
What happened? What happened?
I deleted this. I deleted the data out of the system memory. Oh. Oh well. I mean, I'll check my profile on the. I'll check the memory card data to see if it's the same. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. Please God, please God, please God. Continue? Okay, come on. Please let it be episode 6. Please let it be episode 6. Please let it be episode 6. No!
No!
It's episode 5.
Damn. That's so sad.
Alright, I'll go switch this to order. Hang on a second. I'll just have to beat episode 5 again some other time.
I know how it feels because one time when I was at school and work, when I had a job, my younger cousin was staying down and he wanted to play Luigi's Mansion on my GameCube. And I guess my cousin wasn't doing a good enough job, like paying attention while he was, you know, playing, because he ended up deleting my completed file with the best ranking.
Oh.
Like, I mean, I have 2 completed files on the game, so it was fine. But he deleted the one where I got the A rank instead of the B rank, and I was like, oh. Oh.
Alright, folks, I'm going to see if I can switch the setup from the Sega Saturn to the original Xbox so I can stream some Panzer Dragoon Orta. Matt, we might. Do you think we could see if we could switch to FaceTime to get Andre on too?
Yeah, I think I could do that. Like Apple FaceTime?
Let me text him real quick.
Because I have FaceTime on my laptop because I have a Mac.
All right, let's just hope that's. Let's just hope they're able to respond. FaceTime for PC, is that a thing? Well, the only problem is that I don't have any Apple devices to use it with.
Oh.
Matt, do you know any other chat options?
Other than FaceTime and Skype?
Yeah. The closest thing I can think of is maybe using Discord and doing a video call there.
I'd have to make a Discord.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Andre has a Discord. Maybe I could ask him real quick. Andre... You know, just to let the time pass by, since I'm waiting for Andre's response, I'll go ahead and take Panzer Dragoon out, but I won't turn off the Saturn. I'll be right back. Huh? Hey, Matt.